My name's Ellie. If you don't know me, I'm an artist, and this is the first sketchbook I have finished in a very long time. I want to say since probably like 2018, 2019, and then in 2020, I got an iPad and just really didn't use a sketchbook at that point. So when I bought this on a whim, this I think it's $3 to $5 at Walmart, just on a whim, this little tiny sketchbook back in March. I thought it would go like every other sketchbook that I've tried in the past few years that just didn't go anywhere, but I was completely wrong. I think this is something that creatively I've been missing a lot, and I actually managed to finish it this morning, and I'm so excited. I haven't done a sketchbook tour in a long time. My old sketchbook tours are also they're unlisted now. They're no longer available. I guess I could always bring them back if anyone is interested. They're just not edited very well, and it's me being very young, so I don't necessarily like them. Maybe I can go back through them and re-edit them and put them all in one like major video. If people want to see my art from that long ago, I'm not sure. You can let me know in the comments. I'm just gonna get started going through this, and if you like it, I'm hoping to be posting on YouTube more later this year, so feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun call to action YouTube stuff that they tell you to do. I'm just gonna get that part out of the way now, and otherwise I will just get into the sketchbook. So obviously this is a very boring little front page here, but welcome to Brain Vomit. I'm filling out a new ship, which you will see plenty of. These were some projects that I was trying to keep track of that I ended up abandoning, but you'll see them throughout the book. And then I have a really bad habit of only maladaptive daydreaming ideas and never putting them on paper, whether it's with words or art or whatever. So I was trying to remind myself to actually do it. This is a sticker from a package I got. I don't even remember which package it was, but I've wanted to use it. I don't like this like first page, so I skipped it. I decided to start with Nico Robin. She'll be a trend throughout this whole thing because I am obsessed with Nico Robin. My current hyperfixation, you could argue, is One Piece. I argue it's Nico Robin.
You can go either way, because I click with her. I really vibe. I don't want to. Well, I mean, there'll be stuff about her backstory, there'll be spoilers in here, don't get me wrong, but I won't go too in depth because I could go on forever, and I don't want to purposely spoil anything for anyone.
Watch One Piece, and she specifically is amazing. Some of these hands are really good, and some of them are really bad. I'm not going to point out which are which, I'm sure you can tell. And then this is a page that looks exactly how a lot of my old sketchbook pages would look. No reference, just putting the first thing that comes to mind, which is usually eyes. If you see an eye drawn, it was me wanting to draw, but not wanting to like actually put effort into it, so I just draw an eye. That's always been my thing. They were all over my papers in school, all that stuff. Like, I don't know why, I just don't know what to draw an eye. Randomest shit. Based off my keychain, I guess, drew this, which is actually right here, if I can get it to slide. It used to be on my bag, and now I have it here. And it's also broken. You see how she only has half the stuff now? It's depressing. This one I feel like is kind of hard to see. This is the new ship I was talking about on the front page. This is Frabin, or Frankie and Robin from One Piece. I didn't think I liked them at first, and then I've slowly grown to love them. So no judgment if you're not a fan, but I am. I think they're cute. And then I have the lyrics from So American by Olivia Rodrigo, because that song is adorable. I don't know, I think it suits them. It's not like a perfect match, but I like it. I was fangirling over how she's an archaeologist and he's a cyborg. The past interest and the future interests, and they combine, and then they just know about everything. It's like perfect. Egghead Robin, and I put sketching the bad day away. I don't know specifically what happened, but it was probably work stuff. An unfinished Gear 5 Luffy. And then this is my original character. Her name is Annie. You will start to see her a lot more throughout the book and in my online posts and stuff like that, because I'm getting more into writing my original story again. I think I just drew Minnie Mouse from memory, if not from my plushie that's on my bookshelf over there that's really far away, because she's scary. So we're gonna move on. Under this is something personal that's really important to me, so I didn't want to like destroy it. I can still like go under and look at it, but I didn't really want to be blasting it to anyone and everyone that could look through the sketchbook. So I covered it with just I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me, because you always need those kind of, what is the word? Reassurances? I don't know. Put that there. Also with a heart. I reminded myself what's under there because I knew I'd forget. This is the first thumbnail for my second 6 weeks art project that I never ended up making a video over. I recorded stuff, but I just wasn't happy. I kept forgetting to record things, and so I didn't feel like there was enough footage. I think I might use it in the background of another video at some point, like the art part, but you don't have a video going over this process. Try to remember to put the final piece up on the screen compared to this. And I was playing around with different color options for said piece, which I ended up, well, we'll see in a second actually. But I had this idea of like a purple monochromatic kind of piece with some of my original characters, and then I was like, ooh, what if there's an enemy or like some other person that's a different color and the colors are like melding together. So that's where this was starting. And then we're gonna take a side note to my dogs, something we will see at the end of the sketchbook as well. For some reason I can draw my dog Maya really well, and my dog Missy ends up looking like a derp. I don't know if I'm just picking weird pictures of Missy or what the hell's going on, but I mean, it's cute, it just doesn't look like her, and this looks a lot like Maya. With this page, it was originally just the sketches, and I moved on, and then I went back one day, and I inked them, and then I went back another day after I got my markers. These ones, these like Master's Touch, like cheap markers, because there's a lot of colors. I didn't want something that was too crazy or expensive or bleed through and all that stuff. So then I went back through and put the colors in, and I think it's really cute in the end with all that. Okay, this is where, when I was over here talking about these colors, this is where I continue to play with that, and like an option of where the colors could go in the background to like represent the like blended colors and monochromatic stuff. And then I ended up choosing this one, I believe, and I like took a picture of it, zoomed it in really close, and then copied the colors and basically made it digitally to be the beginning of the background. It led to the colors of the piece as a whole, and it was pretty cool. I think I was watching someone's sketchbook tour and they had a sticker. I actually don't fully remember, but it says YouTube sticker, so I'm gonna assume that's what I was doing. There's a little cat. I was watching a lot of That's Not My Neighbor, and so I tried to draw this person, and then they disappeared off of screen, so it looks really scary. But you'll see more of those characters on the next pages. And then I have, of course, Robin again, a really scary Frankie, because I either draw him really well or terrifyingly, and there's no in between. And I just noticed it says from memory, so I guess it's not terrible with that in mind. And here's the That's Not My neighbors. They would come up on screen, and I would just try to draw them before they disappeared. So it's really fast. And then I went back in later with a color pencil to make the pages a bit more interesting. If you don't know this game, it's like you have neighbors and you have to verify all of their information, make sure that they're the real neighbor and not a doppelganger that will kill you. This is some more information about that piece that I didn't end up making a video of. I did a diptych where it's 2 pieces. It was monochromatic, enemies to lovers-ish. It was playful and there was seduction. It was really fun to play with. I have a doodle of the character's hair here, and obviously my pen wasn't working. And then here we have a favorite of my Robin sketches. I actually colored this one as well. I just think it turned out cute. They both looked good. I think I struggled a little bit, but I don't see too many erase markers, so maybe not. I think I just corrected some stuff when I did color it digitally, and I just think they're cute at the bottom because I do just think they're cute. These are some more drawings from memory. This is the eclipse. I was trying to remember what this was. We had an eclipse. Well, I guess a lot of people had an eclipse back in April. If anyone else got to see it, we were in like the line where it was a perfect eclipse, and I got a bunch of really cool pictures. And so I kind of tried to draw it in here. It does not look correct. And honestly, I was looking at this yesterday and I didn't know what it was. This eye is kind of confirming for me that I drew this from imagination, because I think that makes sense. And this is my favorite part of this page. I wrote, am I 16 again? And then I just put, no, you have a mortgage payment, because I was like, oh my God, I'm loving doing a sketchbook. It's been a really long time since I did that, and I feel like I'm drawing like I was in high school again, except I have a house and a mortgage payment and a bunch of responsibilities that aren't as fun as just being in high school. I got a Robin figure, and she's so cool and pretty, and so when I had the box on my desk, I decided to draw her. And it's this outfit from Wano, which is really like one of my favorites. I prefer that to her hair being up at the beginning of Wano. I like that one, but I don't know. I'm more of like a hair more down type of person, I think. I put Eras Tour, so I must have watched the Eras Tour for the first time on Disney Plus at around this time. I don't know who this is. If it's meant to be Taylor Swift, it does not look like her. So I'm going to assume it's not. I don't know. I was trying to figure out how to make my office, art studio, room, whatever you want to call it, feel more put together and like home. And my best friend gave me this idea, which isn't fully in place yet, but I have the space for it. So thank you, bestie. So this is when I got those pens I was just talking about. And I did no sketch, just marker drawing of my husband from a random picture. Doesn't really look like him, but also it does look like him. And this is harder to see. And my face is like really wide, but that's me and my puppies. I don't think Missy's too bad there. That's definitely Maya. I do think Missy has been harder to draw still. So I do think this page turned out really cute. It's a little plain, but it's cute. This was the first idea I had for my new profile photo. Before I had it with like the little Naruto headband, which I really do like that one still. But I haven't since February really drawn Naruto fan art anymore, and I've kind of shifted focus, so I just wanted to kind of show that through my profile photo. Also, just the like pink and purple I think is really fun. I think I just drew this to play with the markers because I don't know why otherwise I would draw a B. And that's our last name because I was filling up space, and I've had this eraser for ages. Look at that cute little thing. I don't know, I haven't erased much, so it's still been around. This is a doodle I did at work instead of working. No, I still did my job. I just was procrastinating. And this says still able to do the outfit and colors from memory. And it's like Raven with a long bob because she's still probably my favorite character of all time. And I wanted to use the markers, and I wanted to prove I still got her down. This is when the Tortured Poets department came out. It was on a Thursday. I only work half days on Friday, so I decided I'd just stay up and be tired for that half day. And so I listened to the first half and put all my ratings down. I guess I starred ones I really, really liked. Or I might have gone back and done some of those afterwards. But then obviously I woke up the next morning because I didn't stay up till however late she released the second half, and so I had to add the second half in there, and I did my ratings for those as well, but that took me a bit longer to listen through. And then this is up here is just talking about I was hoping to do like a portfolio to get a more art related job than I currently have. I'm letting that go for the moment, I believe, but it might come back, it might not, just depends. But I was inspired by certain of the Taylor Swift Tortured Poet department lyrics to draw some scenes, mostly of Robin, because I'm in love with Nico Robin. So this one is from the song Robin because it was fitting. That's the lyric, and then that's the art. Robin as a child with her mentor in the background, and then we've got some more Robin with lyrics from The Alchemy. And then this one is from So High School. I don't think I like this one as much, but still fun, still cute. And then same with this one. Which one is this one? This is I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. Gotta fake it till you make it, and I did. And it's her in Alabasta, if you know, you know. This was a project for my dad that I'm still probably gonna gradually work on. He wanted to tell a story through like graphic t-shirts, and so I was going through and designing the t-shirts. I basically get creative freedom, except he has the prompt, which is summarized here. My dad lives in Fort Worth, so that's why it's Fort Worth. Oh, and this is my desk for I Hate It Here by Taylor Swift, because my brain's constantly not in the real world, so I immediately related to that song. This was an idea to make a TikTok to I Hate It Here, and I still haven't done it, so I probably won't at this point, but it was fun. This one I have colored digitally, and I think I had seen someone make art where it was dark and the lighting on their faces in the middle, and I was like, ooh, Robin, but like during the fireworks after they went in Wano would be adorable. So I drew it. I still think it's one of my favorites. Oh, when I first watched through One Piece, I skipped Long Ring Long Land because my husband, to his credit, accidentally convinced me that it was filler. And then I found out it wasn't filler, and I was a little upset. But I actually have not finished it still, and it is July, so I need to get back into my rewatch of that. This is me just doodling things, like I don't know what this is called, the clip on my sumo grip, which these are amazing, by the way, because you don't have to, it's better for your hand if you have wrist problems like I do. This is, I guess, when I finished that second 6 weeks picture art, and I wanted to just work on portfolio for the third 6 weeks, and then I ended up kind of dropping it to do some other things, but that's okay because I'm very inspired and very productive, which was the whole point of me doing the 6 weeks project. If you haven't seen the video I did for the first 6 weeks, that might be confusing, but it's on my channel. It's the last video. I think I was just stressed about life under that. Me trying to draw one of the Torture Poet Department album covers. This is the final to-do list for the Lovers diptych that I did that I've been talking about. I just stuck it in here and I put stickers, tried to make it look nice. Time to get down to business. I was determined to finish on time. This was the running list for my portfolio. This is the part, the conceptual stuff is like the thing that I really didn't have anything done for. I was taking personal art from this year to put into there, and then commissions I've done in the past. But I didn't feel like that was enough for a lot of jobs, so I was trying to do some concept work, and that's what would take me a while, and that's what I'm putting a hold on. But I do have art I could show. And then that's more notes on that, along with a plant doodle, because I think I saw people drawing plants in their sketchbook. And I think this turned out really cute. It's really messy, but I think it kind of works for it in a fun, cute way. I just realized my fan has been on this whole video, so I really apologize if it's just a constant noise. Okay, I'll just be hot for the rest of the video. I am sorry if that was really loud. I'm starting to put quotes that people say that stick with me down so that I remember them, and obviously there's an I again, there's that theme. I was having anxiety, so I was just doodling whatever, and I thought it was really funny that this came from Astral Spiff, who's a FNAF streamer, along with other things, but that's how I found him. But he said if you're struggling with something, it means you're doing something, and I kind of clicked with that. I needed the reassurance, and I did this doodle, and then I did this sketch, and then I doodled around it, and I think it turned out pretty cool. It was helpful to kind of decompress from real life. Oh, this I can't show you. Maybe I can stick a picture on the screen. This is just a sketch of a One Piece trading card that I have in my phone case of Frankie. So this is not my art, but I enjoy it. Ideas for video essay that, that's something I really want to start doing soon. A sketch, and then another doodle just on a sticky note. I did a little circular pattern that kind of looks like a rose, so that's why this says Rosie. This is another thumbnail for another dad shirt. This is when the Billie Eilish album came out. I was so excited. There's so much good music this year. Cried at the beginning and end. The last song reminded me of Luffy and his brothers. Yeah, it was a lot quicker to listen to, but I enjoyed it a lot as well. And I wrote True Blue while the last song was playing. This was sweet. I tried to draw the album cover and I failed, and instead of leaving it or trying to fix it, I just put a stick figure, and honestly it's really amusing. And then I've been listening to Chaperone, and I love her, and so does my best friend, and I was like, hey, I would like to draw her, but I don't know what to draw, and my best friend said to draw the Good Luck Babe album cover, so that's what I did, and I did color it digitally as well. I think it turned out pretty well. This is from the launch music video for Billie Eilish. I don't know what else to say about that. I didn't think I was doing so good on the drawing, so I left it, but it's a good song. This is when I found Obsidian to start writing in, to world build and stuff for my original story that I've always wanted to make a graphic novel of. And I wanted to try to give a face to all of the names I was putting on there, because it really just reignited this love I have for writing this story. And so I have a bunch of pages throughout here that are kind of boring, that are just sketches of random side characters mostly that I just had either never drawn before, could not find a drawing of in my online post because I don't have all those sketchbooks, or just recently came up with. More anxiety doodles. I think these eyes are inspired by That's Not My Neighbor character. I think one of the nightmare level characters. More anxiety doodles. This was based off of a post by, I think it's Juke Pup Stock. I follow her on Twitter. She's also on everything, I think. So you should go follow her because she has so many cool reference photos, and I've used her before. And this is actually my character Alana. And I've actually just think I've decided to cut her hair since I drew this, because I look at this and I see Vivi from One Piece. And this character, like, I created her after Vivi was created, obviously, but she looks like Vivi, so she would be confused with Vivi, at least for me, and she's already a known character and it just bothers me, so I think I'm changing it. But anyway, too many blue hair girls. But I really liked playing with the lighting on this. I thought I was ruining it with using those markers to color it, but I think, except for the fact that it doesn't match the background very well, I think it's actually turned out pretty good. And if I maybe put this digitally and like change the colors to actually look realistic, it would be pretty good. This was an idea to draw a group picture of the Straw Hats, and I still want to draw a group picture of the Straw Hats. I just never get past this because it's 10 people and it's scary. I made it look aesthetically pleasing and then I forgot about it. Another like cool down doodle page with my name a bunch of times. I put my brain on paper because that's what this sketchbook feels like. Another eyeball. And that's my water bottle, which is right here. Whoop. I honestly really like how this water bottle turned out, because like you can really tell it's yellow without like coloring the entire thing yellow. Oh my god, I feel like this is the most embarrassing thing I've done in a while. I still love it though, I'm gonna own it, but I'm an anxious, self-conscious person. So yeah, even up here I put, I don't know how I feel, but I can't get this out of my head. Imagine a cute little Robin clone. Like, I was playing with the idea of her and Frankie having a kid, so I drew her pregnant, and it's like the pregnancy trope that everyone hates in like fan fiction and stuff, but I couldn't help it. I was really stuck on this train for a while, and I'm not completely off of it, but I'm not as stuck on it. But look at the little bump. Isn't she cute? It's cute. I just don't want to be that person that's writing a pregnancy trope. Anyway, this is Robin, and I think she turned out cute. I should have like colored behind her so your eyes go there or something. I don't know who this is. I think it's just a random person, and if it was meant to be someone, it's not clear enough who it is, so I don't care. This is me just trying. I wanted to draw, and I just wanted to go for it. So it's like no underneath sketch, and I did it for the next few pages. But these are all One Piece characters, and I was trying to go through the rainbow of One Piece characters. I think this is meant to be Nami. I know this is meant to be Nami. Neither really look like Nami. And then obviously we have multiple Robins. We have a Frankie. I think all of these are just based off of reference photos I just already have saved to my Apple Cloud. You can't really see Luffy, but he is there. He's just the bright little sunshine boy. I have another Robin, surprise, and then a Gear 5 Luffy, which this one actually turned out kind of cool now that I'm looking at it. And then this is my character Lily, which now that I am like thinking about it, that's I guess the first time I drew her, and she's the main character in my story, so the fact that this is the first time is kind of funny. I don't know why I wrote a young soul though. I haven't finished this. I just realized I'm making this big deal that I finished a sketchbook and I never finished this, but this is a lot, so I don't know if I'll go back. I was basically just trying to fill this entire page with pencil doodles. I'm maybe someday if I'm just wanting to like on some paper I'll come back, but otherwise I'm just gonna leave it because I mean it looks kind of cool the way it is. I had my husband sketch like scribble down here in the red, and then I was going in with the purple everywhere afterwards because I was getting kind of a little tired of just the red up here. Okay, and then this, I remembered X-Men Evolution existed, and I've decided that when I remember and get really excited and happy remembering characters that I want to draw them now so that I like immortalize the fact that they were in my brain. So I have Kitty Pryde and Nightcrawler, Kurt, I don't remember his last name, and then Rogue, yeah, I don't remember her name. So they're from X-Men Evolution. I really love that show. It's most of the X-Men in high school, and it's just really fun, especially when you're a kid watching. And then Hinata, this is the first time I drew Naruto in a while, and she turned out so cute. I was just thinking about how much I love Hinata and relate to her, and she's adorable. I'm not going to zoom in on this one because I gave up. It says pretend Frankie is cute too if they had the baby, which this doesn't even look like Robin to me. This, I will put a finished version on screen. This was my prep for a 1 hour drawing with my best friend. We did 30 minutes of prep where we could figure out what we wanted to do and get the resources and start it so that when the hour started we could just go. I did pretty well. I got pretty far and then we finished it on our own time. It was a great way to force ourselves to get started without overthinking it. I would really recommend like just do your best to like do a whole finished piece in an hour. That was the goal, was to finish. And we didn't necessarily get there, but we got a lot farther than we normally would have in an hour because we would have been just prepping and prepping and prepping and prepping. So it was nice, and we're hoping to do it again soon. Okay, this is when I started getting into, what is it, Luffy and Nami, which I've always like kind of in the back of my mind shift them, but haven't gone too far because I also understand the point of view that Luffy is like ace or just doesn't think about that, it doesn't care. But also I think it could be like well, I was gonna say like a Naruto situation where he didn't care until he was older, but no, he did care. Anyway, we're gonna move on. This is her. I had, if he had his like childhood shirt, she could steal it and wear it. Like it would fit her. So I thought that would be cute. And then it's the lyrics to Please, Please, Please. Because even if you don't ship them, if they did date, I feel like that's a very Nami thing to say. And then because I was drawing Nami wearing Luffy's clothes, I drew Robin wearing Frankie's clothes. This is just perfect, don't you think? Oh, okay. So I have these slips of paper that are just like the One Piece characters' eyes. They're from Hobonichi. I also have the Hobonichi Weeks. This one's underwater and it has the Sunny. There's also from 2023, a Sky one with the Mary. And I have, wow, it's almost like I really like Nico Robin. I have Nico Robin's eyes in here. And so I borrowed those and drew it on this piece of paper I folded in here. Because this is a list of even more characters, side characters I put in to Obsidian that I needed to write and draw about. As you can see, I have gone through the list after this and drawn them, but it was quite a few. This is also from Hobonichi, which I do have a video of me opening these if you're interested. It's these little character pages. It's the same ones over and over that are shown here. I chose this one because this is the scene that made me keep watching One Piece, and so this one was important to me. And I've used quite a few. Since I had written the list on there, I just taped it in, and then I doodled around it, and I feel like this page as a whole really came together, and it like matches, and it's all like Robin, or at least like girly, and I think it's cute. Here are my OCs again, the main character named Lily, if I remembered to say that earlier, and then Annie that was from earlier in the book. And then here are a couple of the sketches from the list on the last page, along with this like really weird doodle of an eye I did on the sticky note. I don't know what it is, but I liked it, so it stayed. I had a really bad couple of days, okay? And so I had a moment, and this is gonna make me sound insane to some people, but I had a moment where I was ready to just rip my skin off in frustration, and instead I started ripping paper and ranting over here in my little pens. And then I realized if I write over it, then you can't read it, and so I could just say whatever the fuck I wanted. And so that's what I did. This side is just me. Like I couldn't even use escapism to get away from the frustration and anger. I had to like face it head on, and that's what this page was. And then this page was when I started to calm down. And so I was reassuring myself that I was okay and it was fine. And this was like really helpful and healing. And I know everyone says that about journaling, but just I don't want to say anger, the frustration that went into this, that I was able to just like get out of my system, was really nice. And so I think it's probably one of my favorite pages, even though it doesn't necessarily come from a good memory, but that's okay. And we go straight into random character sketches. Little baby. I don't want to talk about how any of them are. Some of them are very minor characters you don't meet for a long time in the story. So an idea for a comic to maybe do if I do another one of those 1 hour challenges, my characters. And here's some more. This is another like, oh my gosh, I forgot this character existed, I must draw her. Jade/Cheshire from Young Justice. And then I had to draw Chapo Roan from her performance on The Tonight Show. I'm glad I wrote that because I would have forgotten. And we have, surprise, surprise, more Robin. Does not really look like Robin, but I do think that the concept is cute. And this is when I decided to start playing with alcohol markers again, and I think I'm gonna try buying Ohuhu markers because that'll give me a whole set of like brand new markers because mine have been sitting around for years. The markers are dry and I have refills, but I'm like scared to like use them and get ink everywhere, so I haven't done it. And so I've just been kind of dealing with dry markers. But I was still playing with them, so I have these two that I just colored in with the alcohol markers just to play with what might work for my coloring style that I'm used to doing digitally. And then I doodled this around it to kind of fit everything together. Yeah, like I want to try like doing more marker stuff. I still haven't done this actually, line weight and more like black section, so I need to maybe do that in my new sketchbook. But I really enjoyed how this turned out once everything was like kind of pasted down. I think it turned out cute. Oh god. So This was like a concept for what Robin's child would look like. I don't really like it, so you can ignore it. This was Lily having a lipstick stain on her face and blending it out into blush from her girly friend. This is them. She's doomed. This is good morning. Ooh. I don't really want to go more into depth just because of spoilers, but I'm sure you can figure it out. And then I was wanting for a while to draw like a he fell first but she fell harder kind of concept. So this was him in Thriller Bark and her in Wano, because that's, you know, theoretically what I would think would have happened. And it got ruined kind of by the page behind it, but I went in and inked it as best I could, so now you can see it, because before it was literally just the sketch and you could not see anything. And so if it's a little weird proportions or anything wise, I was literally squinting to do this. I don't know how to show this next one in frame, actually. I don't know if it'll fit right. But look at this. This was so fun. I did this with the alcohol markers. It's a wanted sign for Robin, but like with her demon form. She's like reaching out with the thing. I'm gonna... Whoa, which way's correct? This way's correct. I'm gonna turn it this way so it all fits in screen. Hopefully you're on a phone or something. You can turn it and look at it. I think this is so fun. I had a lot of fun making it, and it like took up a whole night, and it was really not healing, just relaxing. And this is the thumbnail I did. I drew like the wanted poster first, and then I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with her face and the vision I had. This is Lily again. It says new hair, don't care, because I've always drawn her with a French braid, and it's always been very important to me. I still want to keep the braid, but it's kind of hard to consistently draw a French braid and like make it look like a French braid. And so I had the realization that I could just do a ponytail that she braids, and I think it's really cute. And I colored it, I'm pretty sure, just with the little water-based markers that I've been using. And she turned out so cute. I had to like post her on my Instagram story and compare her to some old drawings of her, because oh my gosh, the improvement. Like, you know how as an artist sometimes you just feel like you have stagnated and you've never improved, and you just have to go back and take a like real good long look, and that was one of those moments for me. Oh my gosh. So up here is something normal. It just says Lily is so pretty, because she is. But then down here, why do I have a note to draw grass skin? How sleepy was I when I wrote that? Because I think I visualized someone who just had grass growing out of their skin, and for some reason when I was falling asleep I was like, I have to do that, and I wrote it down. How would I draw that? What is that? So this next page, at work, a patient came with a bag full of stuff, and we found this little lamb pin with all these colors, and I was in love with it. So instead of working, no, I promise I did my work, and then when it slowed down, I drew this and then used the different colors of the pen to just scribble and fill it in. And I also did a little swatch of all of the colors. Of course, I also drew an eyeball because it's me. I put sheep. It should be lamb, I think. I also put I'm tired of your shit in rainbow letters. I drew, this is Lily, this is Annie, and then I filled in little clouds in the empty space just to do it. I think this is a pretty fun little spread. So I asked on Twitter, and then people at this 4th of July party I was at, what they want me to draw, because I wanted to draw for one, and also I was kind of trying to go ahead and fill up the rest of the sketchbook pages. My husband said Robin with Chopper's hat, so that's that one. I should have done the little rounded hat that he wears, but I didn't think of that until later. It's still cute. We've always joked about shipping two of my friends together, so someone at the party said that I should draw them, and this is how they posed for me to draw them. It's cute, I think. And that is her boyfriend over here, and he was enjoying the show. That's all I'll say. It was very funny and very fun. And then, I don't know what these spots are, but I drew all the dogs at the party. And then someone on Twitter asked for Shikadai. And so when I posted this on my Instagram story, my friend was like, it's all these dogs and then Shikadai. And I'm like, I know, but it's still a cute page. I still like it. This was me figuring out who was in what style in my story. And I don't have to go more into depth than that, and I probably won't. But I thought that altogether the pages looked pretty cool, so I just stuck them in here. This is me drawing out outfits from The Sims that my characters wear, so I can start having ideas for how to dress them. I've always been kind of bad at just making up clothes. So this is for Lily. This is Alana, who's the one that looked like Vivi in that other drawing. This is her with like shorter hair and an outfit option. This is Yuri and her outfit. I was very inspired, as you can see. And these are outfits for Annie, who's the other one I've drawn a lot. And then these are two of my favorite anime characters. And so I had written down to try to draw them because I hadn't drawn him in a long time. And I don't think I had drawn Robin with her arms crossed using her powers. So I did. And the rest of this book is basically... Oh wait, no. So first I have some more side characters for my obsidian, so it's nothing special. Okay. And then this is a thumbnail for my new sketchbook cover, which I did. I think it turned out really fun. Like, what good things take time, as a little reminder. And then this is where I just started to take a bunch of ideas from anywhere and reference photos. Like, these are some more outfits for Lily and Annie. I think the yellow made this look super cool, especially Lily. And then I was like, oh, I haven't drawn my dogs since the beginning of the book, so I should draw them again. And Maya, once again, turned out super cute. And then I have this sticky note because my husband was like, yeah, you should cover. It says, I love my dogs. Missy deserves better than what's under here. And I'll give you just a little peek of the gremlin. It did not turn out well, no matter what I did. So I went to the next page and I gave her a second chance, and she looks so much cuter and better here, don't you think? Missy's redemption arc. And then this was a warm-up page, I think the next day, just to get ready to fill in the rest of the pages. I was determined, and it took me, I had to come back the next morning, but I did finish. And then this just says, so obviously since I was distracting to warm up, there's an eye, and so I put I see the light. There's a chopper because I was sketching the little figure all the way over in the other side of the room just to put something, so I put Tony Chopper. And there's a random mushroom with a little house and a ladder going down, so I put tiny home. Okay, again, I was just thinking of characters to fill up space. I had recently started playing a Kirby game, so I drew Kirby. I particularly like this one and this little one right here. My favorite Pokemon of all time is Ralts and his evolution, so I have these two here. And then I ran out of space, and so I drew, I guess, kind of a humanized version of Gardevoir. Then I was like, ooh, that could be their trainer, and that could be fun. I don't need to hear anything about how people look at Gardevoir. I just love the Pokemon. Okay, we're gonna move on. And then I have the two DC characters that inspired my username, Artie Ray, because I wasn't able to use my real name online when I made my accounts. So I just shortened both of my favorite characters' names, which now makes people think my name is Ray and I'm Artie, like I'm an artist, but that's okay. I hadn't drawn her in a very long time, so this was another fun look back at how much I had improved, because I was really into this show when I first started to draw. And I have her original outfit, her in her civilian clothes, and then her newer outfit, and then my favorite character, Raven. I like these drawings better than the one earlier. Obviously she's reading, and then her hood on and off, and then this is just a little fast sketch of her when her hair was longer for one of the arcs. And then my favorite character from the Justice League animated series was Hawkgirl, and that was really fun to throw back as well. This is the first of 2 random Pokemon pages because Pokemon are cute. Well, I guess I also had the Curlia page, but this is of the starters. This is the first of the random Pokemon starters. These are my favorite Pokemon starters. My favorite region is Hoenn. We're gonna take a Pokemon break real quick to go back to my 2 favorite anime characters. We have Gaara and Robin. I have a type, so they're kind of similar character development and stories and all that. So I was just kind of comparing them as kids here and putting some of their little details. This is the first time I've actually drawn anything for Poneglyph, so that was really fun to look at. Here are the Sinnoh Pokemon starters, which are my husband's, so that's why I connect this one to the other page. And then we have some ships to finish it off. If you know me, you know I've drawn a lot of Shikatima from Naruto, so I had to throw them in here. They look a little wacky, but it was fun to go back to drawing them for a second. And then because, again, I'm predictable and I have a type, because Raven and Robin are similar characters. They both turn into demons. And apparently I ship them both with robots. And my friends will not stop making fun of me for this. So we've been talking about Robin this whole time. Here's the Robin page. I think this one in particular is my favorite down at the bottom. But you've been seeing them the whole book. This one I know is different. It's not canon. It's a really rare pair. I've liked it since I was really young, and I'm just gonna continue to like it. And it's just really funny that this one is a fan favorite for a different show, and they're very similar characters to these that I liked from being a kid. And so I had to put them together on my final spread here to just analyze that. And I don't know what it says about me, but it's funny, and I'm going to just continue to keep enjoying all of them. And then this is my last page. I did another little rainbow with my lamp pen. It says bye, and it's my swatches over here. That's it. I don't think there's literally anything else. You can look at the cover, I painted with Posca pins. On the back, I have a sticker I got at, I forget what it's called. But anyway, that's that one. My second sketchbook. It's bigger. I was a little scared to get a bigger one, but since I've been enjoying it, I wanted to give myself a bit more space. I went ahead and did a cheap one from Walmart again, just so that I didn't feel intimidated by the bigger size as much. Because I thought about getting a Leuchtturm, because I've used those for bullet journals and sketchbooks and other things in the past, but I didn't want to feel intimidated to make everything good, so I just went with another cheap one. I can give you a little sneak peek. I'm doing a count of how many times my dog Missy interrupts me, because she does it a lot and I thought it'd be funny. And then that's the little date thing. And then I just did this first page today. It's really nothing new. It's all the same stuff, but I think it turned out pretty cute, especially this one, which is the first one I did. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this little tour. I hope that you will come back for more and that you're excited to see what I do next. Have a good one.